What is up, guys? It's your girl Shine. I'm back again with another YouTube video for the gang. Hey y'all, how y'all liking the new camera? I know I'm investing, I'm putting in the work, I'm putting in what we need to do for this channel. I got a new camera because I was just getting tired of filming from my phone, so I got a new camera. I got the Sony ZV-F1, I believe. I'm going back and forth with looking at the actual camera and looking in the viewfinder, so just bear with me. We're still adjusting, okay? We still adjusting. This is our first big girl camera, okay? So today it's y'all fave. It's a story time. I know you're coming here to get here to tea, girl. And you see that title, you're like, Shy, what man boxed you? I'ma tell you, mamas. I'ma tell you. Just give me a minute. Let me get into the video first. Is that okay? Or no? Okay. Anyways, so before we do start this video, a lot of you guys didn't see my my chit chat video, which if you're not watching my vlogs and my chit chat, don't be stopping here just for story times. This is not all I do. But if you just like the story times, I mean, I guess it's okay as long as you're subscribed. As long as you're subscribed, it's okay. Anyways, we gonna give you a minute to subscribe. I'm gonna just okay. It was taking a while. Y'all, but they finally caught up. They subscribed now. After how long? Like, we've been doing this for months, and you're now subscribed. I don't know. It's not really giving. And I also heard in the streets that subscribing to me just automatically makes your life better. I don't know who be saying it, but that's what they say. That's what they say, man. So please make sure you are subscribed, and also while you're right there at the subscribe button, the like button is right above it. Just click the like button, babe. Like, just click the it's actually free. I don't know if you knew, but it's free, so click it. Anyways, so I know you've seen the title of the video. You're like, Shy, what man did you let box you? And babe, it was my man.
This is your man.
Yes.
Look at the screen.
That's mine. And
that's what
he boxed me. Yeah, he did. My ex-man, obviously. I really and truly, I don't even consider this guy's an ex, because we dated all of what, 2 weeks? But for the sake of the story, we're gonna call him an ex, okay? Let's get into the story time. So this took place when I was back home, because all of my lit story times, basically all of my story times took place when I was back home, because I don't really do nothing here. The most that like really happened to me here, especially in regards to like a guy, is I had an ex. Again, I don't consider this guy an ex because we dated for a month. I had an ex and he called me like, surprise, I'm in jail. That's the craziest thing that happened to me here. Other than that, nothing really be happening to me. Oh, I also found it. Okay. A couple stuff happened to me. Let me know if y'all want that story time. Let me know if y'all want those story times, because we have a couple story times. But anyways, oh yeah, my first story time ever that I did, that happened to me while I was in Canada. So I guess a couple of things do be happening. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the one that happened back home. This, I don't remember how old I was. I honestly don't remember how old I was. But anyways, so what are we gonna call this guy? We're gonna call him. We're gonna call him. What are we gonna call him, guys? I don't want to get, because his name is like really, his hood name is like really hood. So it's like, if I said I want to call him his hood name, but if I said it, it's like, people gonna know who I'm talking about. Like, people who knew me from back home. And like, I have subscribers from like back home. So what are we gonna call this guy? We gonna call him
1 million zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
We're gonna call him Hitter. So let's call this guy Hitter. So one day, just a random day, random Friday or a Saturday, it was the weekend. There was this party happening on my block. As y'all know, if you haven't watched any of my story times before, babe, I'm gonna need you to catch up because I don't want to explain the whole how my block was and, you know, me coming from the trenches. I don't want to explain the layout of that. So go watch the previous videos and then come back to this one. You did that? Okay. Hey, you back? Okay, let's get into it. So my old neighborhood, like I lived in the hood back home. Point blank period. I lived in the hood, and like I will basically call it my block. Like my block, we used to just throw like, you know, they used to just throw like parties, random parties on the weekends, you know, and people would just come from like, cause my whole neighborhood basically, it was long going, like it was a couple streets down. I would say like 10 streets in total. No, I would say like maybe 20 streets. Maybe 20 streets made up my whole neighborhood, right? So, you know, they threw a party on like one of the streets in the middle. So like everybody came, right? Walked into this party and I seen Hida with his friend, and I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, that's about to be my man. And best believe he was gonna be my man, because when I say you about to be my man, you're gonna be my man by force. By force. I don't care. If I want you, I'm gonna get you. So I said he was gonna be my man, and best believe he became my man. But I'll tell you how he became my man. So I walked into the party with my friends, and you know, seeing Hitter looked at me, I looked at him, but I'm small shy. Just a small shy. I'm like a shy a little bit. So like I was just gonna, you know, give him the eyes. You know the eyes I'm talking about. Like you see a man that you like, you give him the eyes, let him know that you're interested. So that's what I did. I give him the eyes, let him know that I was interested. So me and my friends are there at the party. We're just chilling, you know, just dancing, drinking. We had no business drinking because we were in high school. We had no business drinking. Okay.
So hey guys, editing shy. I know you guys are gonna be like, how were you in high school when you started high school here in Canada? Please keep in mind that high school in Jamaica starts in grade 7. Okay, so pay attention.
But we're there partying, drink. Were we in? I don't remember how old we were, but whatever. We're there partying, drinking. We had no business drinking. And I'm there standing with my friend, and these two girls came over to me. What are we gonna call? What? Only one of the girls needs a name. We're gonna call her, and it's because do I have any other story with her? Like they're not even long enough to make story times. We're gonna call this other girl, the one main girl. We're gonna call her. Skisha. And the reason why we're gonna call her Skisha because the lady skid, the lady fast. You see me? She was very, very fast for her age. So we're gonna call her Skisha. So Skisha and her friend came over and they walked up to me and they were like, yo, what's your name? Coming to me well gangster. Let me tell y'all a little background story about Skisha. Skisha, as I said, she was very fast for her age. She was like, I think like maybe 3 years older than me, 2 or 3 years older than me. And she was a fighter. Like, we all know Skisha. When Skisha was walking over, we already spot Skisha. We're like, we know who this is. Like, baby, who do you have a problem with? So we can push them out in the circle and run. Because, no, it's given, I'm sorry. No. I'm so sorry. Y'all could call me scary. But best believe, if Skisha came over to that circle with no problems, I'd literally be like, hey, man, I don't know who you got a problem with, but it's not me. So I'm gonna... You know, I'm just kidding. I would stay there and like maybe like hit her 1-2 times, like a little, you know, not too much. But anyways, so we seen Skisha coming over here, and the same time while they're coming over there, me and my friends are talking because we're like, yo, we're like, sorry guys, I don't know why I'm talking 100,000 freaking miles an hour. Slow down, relax. Anyways, so me and my friends seeing Skisha coming over there, and we're all looking at each other like, yo, who is this girl coming over here for? Like, you get what I mean? We're thinking she has problems because every time we see this girl, hear about this girl, she has problems with somebody or she's fighting somebody. So we're all looking around like, yo, like, did you, like, you know, like, da-da-da-da. So Skisha finally comes over there, and she's like, to me, she's like, yo, what's your name? I'm like, oh, my name is Shy. She's like, okay, come with us. So I walk behind them now. They put me over to emptier side of the party, and they're like, you know, what school do you go to? Just asking me a bunch of questions, and I'm here answering because best believe I was scared. I'm so sorry. Like, y'all could call me scary all y'all want, but I was scared because these girls are 3 years older than me. They're known for fighting. They have a big body, and at that point, I was a size 00. I was not pushing no weight, my G. Like, I was not pushing no weight. So, yeah, what you want to know? You want to know my social insurance number? You got a pen? Let me write that bad boy down for you. Because, no. It's giving, I'm scared. Clutch my pearls. I'm very, very scared. So, you know, they're there to asking me questions. I'm answering the questions like I'm in a job interview. I'm like, yes, I attend this school and I'm in this grade and I get these marks and I'm listening to everything that they're asking me, answering it very diligently. Because as I said, your girl was shivering me timbers. I was shaking in my boots. So, bada boom, bada bang. They finished asking me questions and I was like, you know, what is this about? They're like, yo, my friend Hida. Was her friend, her cousin? I don't know. But we're just gonna call him her friend for the sake of this video. She's like, I think she said her cousin, actually. She's like, you know, my cousin Hida, he's trying to talk to you. So I'm like, who's your cousin? Obviously I know who it is, but I'm gonna play stupid because you gonna, like, I want you to be very clear with me. Be very clear, okay? So I'm like, who's your cousin? She's like, him over there. So I look over, Hida's looking at me. And then I was like, okay, so why didn't he come talk to me myself? Like, best believe I'm scared, but I'm not scared for man. Like, you know, I might be shivering my timbers for Skisha, but he does not put in no fear in my heart because what you gonna do, you know? But anyways, I'm like, why didn't he come over here and talk to me? She's like, you know, he's a little bit more chill. Like, you know, he'll like to send people test out the water first. And then I'm like, is it Kool-Aid? Like, what do you mean test out the water? But okay. So she's like, okay, you can go over there and talk to him. So me with my dumb ass, like, went over here. Why didn't I let this man come to me? Whatever. But I went over there and I was like, you know, hey, I went over there and I'm like, you know, hey, I heard, you know, you're trying to talk to me. And then he's like, yeah, you know, what's your name? I'm like, Shy. He's like, you know, I'm Hida, da-da-da. Telling me about himself, telling me what grade he's in. Actually, he told me his age, but he didn't tell me what grade he was in because he's like, you know, big man, I really got school. Is in the school thing, none of my meds. Is in me like, man, I really made school like that. I should have ran. What do you mean you don't go to school? Why don't you go to school? I don't like that. I don't like that very much. But anyways, but like at that time, like I was in my hood ninja phase. I had a hood ninja phase. I feel like we all had a hood ninja phase. Mine was from all the way up until I was in my, I would say, grade 10 year. After that, that's when I started liking my nerds, my big boy nerds. You feel me? I love me. Now my type is very much opposite from what my type was back then. Back then my type was skinny hood ninjas. Now my type is the literal opposite, like nerds, big boy nerds, like literally. But anyways, so I'm talking to him, you know, so I'm about to, because my friends, I can see them looking at me and give me like dirty eyes, all of this, right? So I wanted to go over there and be like, you know, are you guys good? Like, blase, blase, blase. And he's like, nah, like, you know, nah, stay here with me, So I'm like, okay. So then after Skisha and her friend came back over there and they're like, yo, Hida, can I grab her for a second? He's like, yeah, but bring her back. Like, don't let her go over there to her friends. Bring her back. And I'm just here like, babe, this is actually our first meeting. What kind of claims are you staking on me? Like, can I breathe? Maybe? No? Okay. So Skisha and her friend brought me over to the bar or whatever, and they're like, oh, they brought me over to the bar. So I went to go buy, I think I just bought an energy drink, right? So then they're like, oh, can you get me, like, they asked me to get them some liquor or whatever, and I'm like, I don't have enough money to get y'all liquor. If y'all want an energy drink, I could get y'all an energy drink. So I ended up getting the energy drink or whatever. And then they brought me over to Hida. again. So I'm there chilling with Hida, just talking to him. He's not even talking to him. Like, after we really introduced ourselves, this man just stood up in front of me like a whole bodyguard. His friend was standing, like, literally, they blocked me off. Like, they barricaded me. I was like, what is going on? His friend stood beside me, like, blocking me off, and he stood in front of me. And then, like, Skisha tried to come back over there. I think she was trying to come back over there to get another drink. But then Hida's like, nah, you got her once. Like, you're good. And then Skisha's like, she kissed her teeth and walk away. So the party's done now, and this man literally walks me to my street. He's like, I'm trying to tell him, like, yo, I'm gonna go home with my friends. And he's like, nah, I'll take you. I'm like, okay. So he walks me to my street, and then, you know, he's there talking to me. He's like, yeah, just so you know, you're my girl. Point blank period. I'm like, okay, whatever. So you know, me in my head now, my head is swelling at this point. I'm thinking, yes, my man. Ever ask you to be his girlfriend like that? Run. Like, actually speed run. They like UCN broke UCN record. Don't run, mama boy, don't run. So you know, I'm there. He drops me out to my street, and then he went about his way because his street was down from mine. Then my friends came, and they're like, Shy, what the heck happened? These girls came and took you away, then you go stand up with this man the whole night, and we all came together. Which, with reason, they were upset. Like, at the time, I was like, why you got acting like this? But now that I'm older, I could be like, that is so whack. That was such a whack thing to do. But I basically just told them what happened. I'm like, you know, Skisha and Hida, because they knew about Hida. Because as I said, Hida was like a hood ninja. Like, everybody on his block knew about him. We kind of know about him. Like, I never seen his, I never knew about him. I never knew about him because I used to be inside a lot. But my friends, when I was telling them, they knew about him. And they're like, Hida's not your type of guy. Like, they're telling me, like obviously, we all like the same type of guy. We all like hood ninjas, but they were like, no, Hida's like hood, babe. He's hood. He's hood. No.
Hey y'all, editing Shy, but what they basically meant by he's hood is not like, oh, like he's a bad man. It just basically meant like he's like deep in the trenches. Like, this man doesn't go to school. He's probably working for his block if he is working. Like, he's like in the trenches. That's basically what they meant when they said he was like real hood.
So I'm like, I don't care what y'all telling me about. Like, that's my man. That is my man. Yeah, I'm gonna stay beside him. So I'm telling them what happened, and they're like, you know, they were mostly upset because they were like, you don't need to be keeping any company with Skisha. Like, nobody likes Skisha, right? So I'm like, yeah, like, me and them are not friends. Like, I don't know, like, you know, I bought them a drink or whatever the case is, because like I was just being kind, I guess, and I guess I was like a little bit scared. But anyways, that night happened, bada boom, bada bang. Next weekend, because during the week I never used to go outside. Like, I had a bedtime at 8, and realistically I had to be inside by 6:30 because my dad would let me watch. If you're Jamaican, you know about School Challenge Quiz. But then I have to watch School Challenge Quiz, and then I have to watch 7 o'clock news. I want 7 o'clock news done by 8 o'clock. I need to be in my bed. So by 6:30 I was inside. So literally nobody seen me unless it was like the weekend, like in the nighttime. I'd come out after school during the day for a little bit, which not really, because I would watch the cartoons until like 5. If you're Jamaican, you know about TVJ cartoon from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And I'm also watch cartoon. So I didn't really come outside weekdays. So next weekend came, and me and my friends are just chilling. We see Skisha and the same girl come up. The girl actually don't need a name because she was just Falabati. Like that, she was just Falabati. We seen Skisha and the same girl come up, right? They come up to the street. So Skisha, keep in mind, guys, before I started talking to Hida, Skisha never used to come on my street at all. So Skisha came up to the street, and she's like, you know, Shy. She called me. She's like, Shy. Like, you know, so I moved and I went there, and I was just talking to her. She's like, you know, we want to go get some drinks. Do you want to come? I'm like, no. Like, I was scared, but not scared enough to be spending my money on you, babe. Like, I gave you one drink. I don't know what you thought this was. Like, anyways, so I'm like, no, I don't really feel like coming, but thank you for the offer though. And she kissed her teeth. She got upset. She's like, whatever, like, you know, ooh, I almost said his name. She's like, Hida also sent me for you. So I'm like, why didn't he come up here himself? And she's trying to give me attitude, talking about the man can't just left him streets and blah 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 blah. Why was I talking to this man? I don't know, but we live and we learn. So I'm like, okay. I go down the street now. Hida's there, and you know, I'm walking past with Skisha and the other girl, and I'm walking up, and like, I don't know, that street, like, they were very like, I guess they just, I don't know, like, it was just a weird vibe. Like, I never really went on that street, but they had like weird vibe. So I'm walking up the street, bare people are asking, yo, Skisha, who this, who this, who this? And they're like, Skisha's like, oh, this is Hida's girl. Like, you get what I mean? She's basically just answering them like, this is Hida's girl, this is Hida's girl. Like, you know, a bunch of people just telling a bunch of people. And I'm just like, why are all these people like just question, like, is this like, am I safe here? Like, what's going on? Like, you get what I mean? It seemed like, even though it was the same community, it seemed like a completely different world on that street. So I got up the street now. I'm there with Hida, and the same thing again. This man pushed me in a corner and is standing up over me, but this time he's actually facing me. The first time he had his back to me, so this time he's actually facing me. He's talking to me. He's letting me know, like, basically he's letting me know, like, yo, I'm telling you from now, don't try to play with me. I'm not the one to play with. Da da da. Don't let me hear that you're talking to the next man. Da da da. I'm just standing there blushing like an idiot. I'm just standing there blushing like an idiot. But then as he got more and more into it, I kind of was getting scared, because what do you mean? He's telling me like, don't make me find you in the next man. Me hurt you. Da da da. As I'm standing there, he's telling me more and more. I'm getting scared, because what do you mean all of this aggression for what? Like, he was just there on the fact of like, don't let me catch you with next man. Don't be talking to nobody. Don't have no long conversation with no man. After 5 minutes, conversation should be wrapped up. Just going and going and going. And I'm like, it's giving scary. Okay. At this point, when he kept on going, all of the hood fantasies in my head is just like, it's fading away, because now you're giving scary. What do you mean you have me on a timer on how long I can talk to a guy? No. So I was like, you know, whatever. I'm like, okay, but I'm ready to go home, because as I said, like, now I'm just a complete turn off. So I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go home. He's like, oh, so I started, like, I'm like, you know, I'm ready to go home. So I was about to walk off. He's like, nah, let me get somebody to walk you down. Da da da. This man called his friend that was there at the party with him to walk me back down. I'm walking on this side of the street. The friend is walking on this side of the street like gully creeper. Like, why the man I walk like gully creeper? Like, I look up and I creep and I'm like, what's going on? This is very strange. So I get back up to my street now. And my dad calls me, because I get back up to my street. I was chilling with my friend. I was telling him what happened. And I'm like, yeah, like, I don't want to talk to this guy no more. So my dad calls me, and then my dad's like, you know, why did I hear Skisha came up here? Did I call her Skisha or Skisha? Skisha. I call her Skisha. Why did I hear Skisha came up here asking for you? I'm like, honestly, I don't know why she thinks we're friends, because realistically, I didn't know why she thinks we were friends. Like, I'm talking to your cousin, but babe, I know your reputation. I don't want to be your friend. Like, you know what I mean? So my dad's like, yeah, because I don't want you have company with them girly. You see me, them girly and a good girl. So I'm like, yeah, yeah, dad. Like, you know, you don't have to worry about it. I'm not friends with them.
So guys, I even forgot to say, after me and what's his face broke up, Skisha went around and told people that she wanted to fight me. Apparently me and her had problems, and I was so confused on why. Come to find out, she was upset because she wanted to use me. Like, remember at the party when I told you I bought her and her friend a drink? Apparently they thought I had money. Like, babe, we're in high school. Where do you think I'm getting money from? So she was upset that I didn't let her use me, and she was walking around moving like she wanted to fight me. Like, she would see me, give me dirty looks, and it's like, okay, girl, okay.
So then that weekend passed, whatever. Next weekend came now. I'm there chilling with my friend, and what did I call him? Hida's friend, the guy who he was always chilling with, came up to my street and he's like, yo, Shy, Hida's waiting for you down there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, at this point, I knew I was going to stop talking to him, right? So I'm just coming up with the plans of how I'm going to tell him, like, you know, I'm not doing this no more. So then I came out there, and then he's like, you know, why did you make me have to come up here for you? Like, you know, you're supposed to come see me, da da da. I'm like, when did we make plans that I'm going to come down there every single weekend? Like, as I said, I don't come outside on weekdays. I'm taking my weekends to spend it with my friends. When did we make plans that I'm gonna come down there to come see you? And why is it an issue if I'm your girl for you to come up here and see me? I don't care what kind of bad man you think you are. Like who do you actually think you are? Please. So anyways, I'm telling him, like, so I just basically told him, like, true say, I don't think it's gonna work. Like, I feel like, you know, you're too deep in that lifestyle for me. Like, I'm like, you know, there's a lot of rules and obligations that I have to abide by, and it doesn't make sense for me, basically. And then he's like, what? I'm like, you deaf? Like, yo, I'm a freebie? And he's like, brother, we're not left. You're still more man. This guy literally basically told me that we're not breaking up. I'm still his girl. And I'm like now I'm catching an attitude because I tried to let you down very gently, and now you're trying to push back. And it's like, pushback would be cute if I actually wanted to be with you. If I was just upset, you know, you're giving me like a pushback, that would be cute. But it's not that, babe. I actually don't want to be with you. So wrap it up and move on. So I'm like, no, we're doing day. Like, it done. So I'm going away to walk. I'm like going to walk away, and he pulls me by my arm, and he's like, Shy, what did you just say to me? I'm like, I said it's done. And then I go to walk away. This man pulled me by my hand again, and then went, when I tell y'all, the box echoed to the point where the people down the street looked up to see what's going on. The box echoed. Fam, it was like it was in slow motion and fast motion at the same time. As soon as he boxed me, him and his friend took off, right? So I'm standing there like, turned around, I seen them running, I went zoop, start running, beelining for them. So I'm running. They got a head start, but fam, I swear if they didn't catch it in their house, I would have caught them. Because when I'm angry, that adrenaline, I don't know. It went crazy. So I'm running, went up to their block. I wasn't chasing his friend, so I don't know where his friend went, but I was chasing him. Running, got up to their street now. He went into his yard, locked the gate. Come out of the yard, brother. Come out of the yard, me say. Brother, you can't sleep tonight. Man, nah left you so till my back say back. I'm there banging on the gate. I'm like, come out of the yard. Come out of the yard. Like, take this box back. Banging on the gate, cussing. So this little Rasta man came out, and I will never forget this damn Rasta man. Because the man could have given me a space, but I sneak through the gate and got box back the brother. But anyways, the little Rasta man come out now. And he's there about, you know, like, Lo mama, what happened? I'm like, listen, I'm not doing all of this long talking, because when I'm angry, I don't want to talk. Whoever should get slapped. And right now, my hands are aching for hitter. So get out of my way. So I'm telling him, like, honestly, I don't want to talk. Just let me get into the yard and get to hitter. He's there like, no, mama, I can't let you in the yard. At late night, no people asleep and blase. So I'm like, why the heck did you come out here for? Like, if you're not going to provide me with a solution, why are you chatting to me? So I'm like, okay. He's there standing at the gate. He's not letting me go. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to go through his legs. I'm trying to go through, like, fam, when I tell you guys, if I had caught Hitter that night, I think I wouldn't stop hitting him. That's how angry I was. So, bada boom, bada bang. I went back down. Like, I realized I'm not gonna get into the yard, so I went back down to my street. And I went straight to my dad because my dad was like me and both of my parents are really close. So I was living with my dad at that point, so obviously me and him were close. And I was telling him, like, I went to him, I'm like, Dad, this guy just boxed me. And then he's like, who boxed you? I'm like, hit her up the street. And my dad knows everybody, so he knew who this was. So I'm like, hit her up the street. And he's like, why did he box you? And I told him, I'm like, because I told him I don't want to be with him. I told him I don't like him. Like, I told my dad, I'm like, I told him I don't like him. Obviously, I'm not going to tell my dad that we were together and I broke up with him. But I gave him basically, you know, part of the story, which was true. I told the man I didn't want to be with him. I don't like him. And then he boxed me. So my dad's like, yeah? Put on your shoes. Me and my dad, you know, march up to Hitter Street now. Hey, yo, Hitter! Come out here so my daughter box your back. So my dad's there, he's like, you know, he just said that one time, and then Hitter came out in his yard now, and he's there talking over the friends. He's like, yo, he's like, yo, Shy's dad. Like, obviously he's saying my dad's name. He's like, yo, Shy's dad, I didn't even box her. She's lying on me. And my dad's like, Hitter, my daughter and a lion. Come out here, and my daughter box your back. So Hitter's like, no, Shy dad, I'm afraid, you gonna box me. So my dad's like, Hitter, I'm not gonna touch you, but my daughter, I gonna box your back. He's there about how he's scared, all of this, he's not gonna come out. My dad's like, hey, yo, Bridget, I'ma tell you this. Don't come back up on my street. Anyone I catch you up on my street, I'm gonna hold you, and my daughter box your back. You see my Bridget? So then Hitter's like, yeah, I'm not gonna come back up the street, Keep in mind, this is Hitter shivering his timbers. Big man, and you box me. I know you're scared, because my father say, I have to box you back. 2 + 2 now make 4. But okay, anyways. So, from that, like, couple months, I, like, from, like, 6-8 months, like 6+ months passed. Hitter never came on my street. So Hitter must have thought like time ran off, it's all good. He came back on the street, he thought it was done, whatever the case is. So I was in the house when he came back on the street, so I didn't know. I just saw one of my friends came into my yard, and she's like, you know, Shy, your dad's calling you. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not thinking it has anything to do with this guy, because it's been 6+ months. My dad called me, tell me why he's holding Hitter by his shoulders like this, by his arm, and he's like, yo, Shy, box him back. So I'm like, you ain't gotta say no but a word. You ain't gotta say no but a word. I'm here putting the powder, the freaking, like, I'm warming my hat. I'm ready. I am ready. You ain't gotta say nothing. So, you know what I did? Set myself up, so just test the angle, you see me? I see if the angle right, measure it by 90 degrees, you see me? And then I go so boom, and I say, no, this no make 90. So I go back and I say, oh, this make 40, and I also box him back. Yeah, shot him a hard box. You could have rude, germs, you're rudy. Why you do it, drunk girl?
Why you do it, drunk girl?
Yeah. But I box him back. Yeah, I boxed him back. And then after, my dad looked at him and he's like, you know, Hitter, don't feel like say things square. You still can't come back on that street, yeah. So then my dad let him go. Him and his little dirty face friend run off my street. And then from that, since the time I came to Canada, I've never seen Hitter on my street. Never. Sorry, I burped. Since that time, I just never seen her on my street. And that just goes to show, like, moral of the story, don't ramp with people pitney. Don't do it. Because you think you did get where, and you think you did good, because more than 6 months passed, you're mad. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're good crazy. But yes, guys, that is the story about how my boyfriend at the time boxed me. as I said, I don't consider this man a boyfriend. I actually wondered what happened to that guy. Like, I've never seen him on, like, you know, social media after. Like, I've never seen him on social media ever, actually. I've never, like, I don't know what happened to him. Like, does he even still live there? I went back home, like, last year, February, and I never seen him. Who knows? Who knows? Because a lot of kids from my old neighborhood, like, they ended up having to run away because, you know, they got in some bad things with the law, and, like, you know, they have to go and hide in and stuff like that. So who knows if that's what happened to him? I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully his life has, you know, did a full 360. He's a nice little young man now, you know, living a nice little life. So yeah, wish him all the best, but don't ramp with people, Whitney. That's the moral of the story. But I hope you guys like this video, and tell me how y'all feel about the new camera. Tell me if y'all want me to give y'all like a little TikTok talking about the camera. And if you're not following my socials, again, you should be following me. It's shy.amore on Instagram, Shy Minx with 3 S's at the end for my business page, Shy Amore for my TikTok, and then my email, if you have any business inquiries, is in my description box as well. And everything that I just said is also in the description, in the description box as well. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thank y'all for watching. See y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.